Okay, thank you both very much.
Well, as Martin was saying, Craig Brown has answered those critics north of the border. Scotland have won at Wembley. Scant consolation, mind. The big prize was Euro 2000, but they can hold their heads up. What a performance tonight. Bobby Robson, Charlie Nicholas, Graham Souness and Ray Wilkins with us. Graham, your team have done you proud here.
Richard, the best team's gone out of the competition, without a doubt, in my opinion. Over the 2 games, Scotland were a better football team. And when I say football team, passing, movement, control, the things you expect from top-class players. England, in the first game, got 2 goals through Paul Scholes. Didn't play a lot of football. Have played nothing tonight here at Wembley on their own pitch. Been totally dominated by a so-called inferior team. The Scottish team should be very proud tonight, and every Scottish supporter should be proud of their team tonight.
Could you argue with any of that, Bob?
No, we've given a very disappointing performance, I think. Our football wasn't very good. Retention of the ball was poor. Because of that lack of penetration, the team is lopsided. I mean, it is out of balance. I mean, it's as clear as daylight. And I think Kevin knows that. I mean, I'm not saying anything that Kevin doesn't know. We've got to find answers to the left side of the England team. And he's got between now and Euro to look at it and decide and experiment. And but unless he does that, we will, you know, give incohesive performances, which we've done today because we had very little cohesion in our play.
They've got something to shout about, Charlie.
One of them gave everything they had, but they look better quality. I have to say, in paper, like everything, you look at England, they've got better individuals. We are a better team in England. It's as simple as that. Whatever England have to work on, we've got to build them our own and get ourselves back into these competitions. But tonight, it was far better display than I could ever believe we would have put on tonight.
Not one attempt on target from England tonight, Ray. You'd have to hold your hands up and say Scotland have performed
my Scottish
here.
friends an apology, I've got to say, Richard, because I thought we would go out and I thought we would beat them comfortably tonight. But we haven't really done ourselves much justice. On the other hand, they were magnificent, I would have to say that.
And very unlucky too.
Very unlucky. Only the reflexes of Dave actually kept us in it. I think Tony Adams' last gasp tackle was another vital point of the game. And we've been a little bit fortunate for this not to have gone into extra time.
I'm baffled by England, Richard. You know, I watch Premier League football every week, and I see the way some of those players play every week. And then when they go out there with an England strip on, they just don't do it. I mean, that must be really worrying for Kevin, for Glenn before him, because there's no way. I mean, that game tonight and the game last Saturday, it was a formality, wasn't it? It's only Scotland. Scotland's league's a Mickey Mouse league. We play in the best league in the world, everyone keeps telling us. Are we just going to win this game at Hampden and win on Wednesday at Wembley? We've been outplayed twice.
Just to interrupt you, Graham, we've got to go and get a word from the Scottish camp. David Province, the man asking the questions. And they'll sing all night as well. So they should. Over 2 games, Scotland have really performed. Very unfortunate Saturday, and they've won here tonight to salvage a huge amount of pride. And let's get a word with Craig Brown. It's with Davy Provan.
Craig, you've just left that Scottish dressing room. What did you say to them?
Well, I said I was very proud of them in both fixtures. I felt that we were the better team in both games, but there's desperate disappointment in there. We had the usual terrific support here. We wanted to send them home even happier. It's okay coming and beating England, but the tie was lost, and we're not going to Holland, Belgium. We're very, very disappointed about that, but I was proud of the performance. Everything we asked them to do, they did, as always, and I thought they deserved more than they got, actually.
Tie was lost in Glasgow, really, wasn't it?
It was lost in Glasgow because I think of very bad luck. We get no breaks at all in Glasgow. We might have had penalties, and I say plural. We hit the bar. We had no luck at all in Glasgow, and England, of course, Scholes sneaked in and scored 2 excellent goals, so we've got to just hold up our hand and say that, again, the breaks went against us, but we're proud of them. I thought the lads did very, very well. They know that they can just add a little to that, and hopefully the next qualifying campaign will be more successful.
The tactics worked as well tonight, didn't they?
They did. They worked on Saturday too, but unfortunately we didn't get the breaks. You know, when you hit the bar and when you feel that you have another great chance that Kevin Gallagher had on Saturday, could have really put us through in this tie against a very formidable side. England, I think, must be one of the favourites for the championship because of the stature, the reputation, the pedigree here. So to play as well against them in both matches, I think, is no shame, but it's a desperate disappointment. We're gutted in there for the whole country, and it'll take a while, I think, before we just pick ourselves up again.
Did you think you had sneaked it? David Seaman made a wonderful save, didn't he?
Wonderful save from Daly's header. Had it been either side of him, it was in. And then I would like to see the incident with Callum Davidson seemed to be bowled over when he was going to head it. Clean header, as the cross came over, he ended up on the deck. But I thought the referee did exceptionally well. He was first class throughout the match, but I just wonder about that incident.
I saw Tony Adams run 50, 60 yards to speak to you at the end of the game. Can you tell us what he said to you?
Yeah, he said, Craig, your boys were magnificent tonight, absolutely magnificent. And Kevin Keegan said the same. And I thought that was very generous of them. It's easy to say that when you win, but there was great sincerity in what Tony said and what Kevin said.
Craig, thanks for your time.
Thanks, David, thank you.
As well, and it is tough because we've been played off the park basically.
And 2 games.